Shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers of Great Millstone, Montreal. Okay. Coming back with another lesson. My name is Zabat.
My name is Squat.
And we have the brother Mahaya in the background. Alright. So Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. I would like to start off by giving out honor, praises, and glory.
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kodash.
Double honors to our teachers, the elder apostles, our elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Right? So, just as the title entails, regardless of your situation, good or bad, okay, we are still in hell, okay, and we need salvation. We need Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is something that you cannot forget. Okay, you can't get too comfortable in this hellhole, man. All right, you got something?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 51 and verse 14. It says, "The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail." Right.
Get that in the
NLT?
no,
Yeah. So this is Isaiah 51 and verse 14 in the NLT. It says, "Soon you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate."
And basically, that's what awaits us in this kingdom. It tells you that in Micah. Okay, it tells you that this is not our rest. It shall destroy you with a sword destruction. Just as I said, if you can read that one again.
Yep. It says, "Soon all you captives will be released."
Soon. Okay, salvation is nearer than we believe now. Okay, this is why we're even more fervent now than before, man. This is the time that we're to seek Yahweh Ba'ashim and Shai, man. Okay, this is the time that we are to seek the kingdom first, man, above everything else. Okay, because you're not gonna get a chance afterwards when the doors of repentance are closed. You're not gonna be able to show that you believe in the. Well, you're not gonna be able to strive for salvation, because at that point it's gonna be over, man. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna read it in the KJV again. It says, "The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed." You know, and we're that captive exile.
That's it.
You know, and the word exile means you've been sent to another place, right? Another. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Exile.
You got exile, I got captive.
Okay, yeah. Exile. It says banishment, expulsion, expiration, deportation, eviction, uprooting, separation. You know, so it says transportation. So the Israelites, they've been transported from their actual land, which is the land of Israel, to the Americas, man. You know, so we're that captive. You know.
What did it say? The kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel
were oppressed together.
Oppressed together, and they refused to help and to let them go.
Right.
If you're being held, that means that you're captive. Okay, you're being held hostage. Okay, and the fact that we have been taken, that we have been transported, that's all part of the curses, man. Which is an ensign to show that we are these people, man.
Right.
Okay. I got the word captive. Unless you have more, man.
I was just gonna add on, and the elect are the ones that are hastening to get out of here, hastening to be loose.
That's it.
You know, because the 2/3 they're comfortable here. That's what you say, you know.
Yeah. Because again, when you read it in the NLT,
Yeah.
it says your salvation will soon come. Okay, the elect are looking for this salvation. Okay, they understand that this is not the place where righteousness dwells. This is not the end all be all. Okay, the elect have the mindset, because again it says what that's in Psalms that says I was jealous at the wicked until I knew their end.
Envious of the
Until I
wicked.
entered into thy sanctuary.
Yeah. I'm already there. Psalm 73 and verse 3. "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm."
Yeah, and that's why again the word tells us not to have a covetous eye. Okay, we're not to look at the wealth of the wicked, because they increase in wealth by wickedness through the left hand. Okay, and everyone else in the world. Okay, because the world was given unto the wicked, and they're pushing forth the vibration of Satan on the earth, man. Okay, so by having a covetous eye, you will be envious of these things. and they will strive to obtain these things through means of wickedness, man. Okay? That's why it says don't follow the ways of the wicked, man. Because it will lead unto death.
It says, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish.
So this is their heaven, and this is our hell. The hell, especially for the elect. Yeah, because we understand, he that getteth wisdom getteth increase it in grief. Okay, we understand that the way that the world is being run is not the right way, man. Okay, you see, and having this mindset, we sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst of Jerusalem, in this world. Okay.
It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
Yeah, you know, everyone gets a fair shake. You know, if you're doing bad, it's because you're not trying hard enough. You know, back in the days, it was a doable thing to own a house. Okay, to have to sustain a family off one income. Okay, but now people have to. They can barely live. People are living paycheck to paycheck, and even then, that's not enough, man. Okay, even with 2 incomes, 3 incomes, people are struggling, man. Okay, so again, just to show you how the times, the way of life is decreasing. Okay, because again, we're seeing the downfall of this wicked kingdom.
Yep. I'm gonna jump down to verse 16. It says, "When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai, then understood I their end."
Yeah, then you understood the end of the wicked, the end of this kingdom. Knowing that the elements shall be dissolved, knowing that the heaven and earth are going to melt away. What manner of conversation should we have? Roughly paraphrasing. Okay. We understand that this kingdom will fall. We understand that Yahweh Shai must reign. And that he will come and put all these kingdoms down. Okay? And and at his return, he will also give us salvation. That is why the elect are not putting their faith in this wicked kingdom, regardless of their situation. Okay? Even then, they have a mindset of being pilgrims. Regardless if they're doing good, they're willing to lose everything they have because what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai offers is greater. Okay? Moses is a great example of that instance. Okay? Being willing to suffer suffer with his family, with the Israelites, instead of rejoicing in the riches of wickedness that will be temporal. You have something? There's a bit more?
That was it.
This is Proverbs 4, in verse 14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away." So the scripture is commanding us not to enter into the path of the wicked, man. Okay? Because that path is going to lead to death. Although it may seem that for the meanwhile, in the present, it seems good, it seems that's the right way to go. It's not the right way. Because in order for you to follow them, that's going to go into, like verse 16, it says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." So in order to follow that path, you have to do mischief.
That's it.
You have to become like them. Okay, you see the celebrity world, the Hollywood world, man. Hollywood, exactly. The things that they had to do in order to acquire the position that they have, man. You know, they're not going to say, don't be surprised you find out a video of me, doing it with a goat. These are just examples of things you have to do in order to get, so-called status, quote, unquote, in this world, man. So it's not the right way, man. Why would you taint your spirit, taint your image, well, really your spirit, just for some, a few $1 million that's going to last for like a season? Well, here it is. If you go to the path of the righteous, you're going to get immortality and be a ruler in the kingdom to come.
That's it.
I made my decision, shit, because we know that Esau has nothing to offer us, man. Okay, his way is only destruction and death. Okay, he's a liar. Okay,
and it shows us that in Wisdom of Solomon 2. So like the Wisdom of Solomon 5. it says that we buried ourselves in the way of wickedness. Okay, and the path of righteousness we have not known it. What did our pride profit us? Okay, because at the end, that's when they're gonna acknowledge, oh shit, Yahweh Shai is the truth. We've been persecuting His people all this time. Okay, now we have to face judgment. That's when they're gonna understand that, oh shit, the whole time we were going off. Okay, and everyone that was following after them. Man. Okay, that's why the elect, the elect have that mindset of even if they're doing good, they're not putting their hopes in this kingdom. Man. They're not putting their hopes in the carnal thing. As we mentioned, why would these people? Why would even our people sell out for a junior chicken and a Happy Meal? Okay, even if it comes with even if it's a crappy deal, okay, they'll do it because they have a carnal mind. Okay, they have a carnal mind. That's why they're not mentally, spiritually, they're not connected. They're not looking for Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Okay, rather they're looking for the left hand. They're looking at the ways of Satan, because that's what they can see. Okay.
Yep. To continue, it says, verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more into the perfect day.
No, if you eat the bread of violence, if you drink the wine of
Wickedness.
is that going to lead unto life? Is that going to lead unto immortality? Lord forbid, man. Okay, by doing such, it will only lead unto death, man. And as it tells you, Esau is as death. Okay, and if you follow after his ways, that's exactly what he'll teach you, and that's exactly where he's leading you. Okay.
Yeah, it says, verse 19, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble.
It's as darkness, meaning there's no light, there's no understanding. Okay? There's no understanding. There's no, because even then it says that they cast the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua behind them. Okay, everything that the Lord hates is exactly what that's exactly what Esau Edom will push. Okay, will put in the forefront. Okay, Esau Edom is the man of sin, and by you following after his ways, siding with the physical embodiment of Satan on the earth, that means that you're an enemy unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. You're an anti-Christ. Okay, you're an anti-Mashiach, man. Okay.
That was it, man.
Yeah. You got something?
Yeah, Matthew 16:25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
That's it. Because again, by doing these, by selling out to the left hand, to Esau Edom, you would think that you're saving your life. Okay, you would think that you're doing, you're getting yourself exalted in this world. Okay, but it comes with repercussions. Okay, when you sell out, you have to make sacrifices. Just as the right hand, you need to sacrifice. You make your living body. You make your body a living sacrifice. The left hand mimics the right hand, so it also requires to make sacrifice. But that sacrifice is in filth, not in righteousness. It's in wickedness. Okay. Therefore, again, pertaining to how you have to drink that bread of violence, so that you drink that wine of wickedness and eat up that bread of violence, man. Okay, put on instead of putting on righteousness, you put on the garment of violence. I believe there's a precept like that. They put on pride as a garment.
Yeah.
It's Psalm 73.
Yeah.
And again, I'll let you read it.
Yeah. It says this is Psalm 73 and verse this is Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment.
Violence covers them as a garment. Okay? They put on pride as a chain. Wherever they go with pride. Okay, wherever they lead with pride.
They're stuck with pride.
They're stuck with
That's what
pride.
chains are. Basically, you're locked up.
You can't get it off you. You know, it's like it's on their skin.
It's just like us, the righteous, where we have the the scriptures speak about us putting us putting on the fetters of wisdom,
That's it.
being bound to wisdom,
That's
but
it.
they're bound to pride.
Wow. And again, pride is what?
Hateful before the Most High.
Hateful before the Most High. It's when a man departs from
the
his
mo-
maker. Okay? It's already there. If you're dragging the chains of pride, that means that everywhere you're going, you're not. That's why it says the fool, the Most High is not is not in his thoughts. You have to paraphrase it. Okay, when Esau Edom makes moves, he's not considering how the Lord will, the consequence of disobedience. Okay, Esau Edom is not considering that the Lord is watching his every steps, man. Okay, because again, in his own mind, he believes that he's God. Okay, but the Lord will show him through judgment that he's just but a mortal man. Okay, you got something else?
No, it doesn't tie in.
Okay. I'll bring out, again, bringing it back to the topic of how, regardless of your situation, you still need salvation. It says here in Romans 7 and 14, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Okay? So, regardless, because we're in the flesh, we're going to go off. Okay? Even though we're fighting to walk that straight and narrow path, we're still going to go off regardless here and there. Okay? Whether knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, by the garments you wear, okay, by the thoughts that go in your mind every day. You don't have control over those things, man. Even if you rebuke them, okay, you might rebuke yourself in certain things, certain things that you can control, other things you can't control, man. Okay? So it says here, I'll jump to verse 21. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. So even then, we're captives within our own selves. Okay, the angels that were put in the chains of darkness. Okay, we are fighting. We're captives in our own bodies, man. Okay, our soul is being pressed down by this flesh. Okay. And again, it says here, verse 24, O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? And that's why you have to tap in and understand that Yahushua is the answer to that question. Okay? Through Yahushua, you can obtain that salvation. Okay? Because it doesn't matter if how wealthy you are. Okay? It doesn't matter how wise you are. It doesn't matter how if you know all the breakdowns, how many scriptures you remember. Okay? That's not the point. Who can deliver you? It's Yahushua. Okay? Do you have faith in this word? Do you have faith in Yahushua that he can deliver you and give you that life, that immortality? Okay? Through your faith, through your belief in him. Okay? You see?
Yes. I don't know if that's what you read, but scripture speak about that when we see him, we shall be changed just like him.
I believe it's Philippians. Oh, no, the 1 John?
I'm not too sure. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it.
Yes.
But, just backing up your point, you know what I'm saying? It's through Yahushua, we're going to have access to immortality. You know, when you see him coming back in a lion-like state, because he came already as a sheep, taking upon himself the fashion of man, but now he's coming back in his angelic power. So when we see him in that new body with full power, we're going to be made just like him.
Yeah.
You know, images of Yahushua.
Yeah.
You know, and the only people that's going to obtain that is the elect, those that endure until the end, no matter what. You know, but if you don't endure, you will not be changed. You're going to be changed coming back to being a nutsack Israelite, okay? Coming back as a newborn. But for those that are the elect, we're straight translate and be boom. New bodies, new drip, new everything, man. Because we have conquered the flesh through Yahushua.
That's it. You will not see death. Okay? You're going to be translated from this kingdom, you're going to pass from mortal to immortal in the twinkling of an eye. Okay? At the last trump, when Yahushua returns, there's going to be that trumpet. The world is going to see, it says the whole earth shall see him return. And at his return, just as America sees, the people inhabiting America will see the fall of the nuclear missiles, they also will witness the salvation of the elect. Okay, so that's going to be a beautiful, exciting moment in the world history, man. Okay,
I found it.
Okay,
Philippians 3 and verse 21.
Start at 17.
Okay, in verse 17, it says, Brethren, be followers together with me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example.
And we have that example today in this time, and the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the men on down of Great Millstone, and those that have the same mindset, that push forth the same doctrine. All right, those are the men, the men that have been set up for us to follow as an example. Okay, to walk, to be disciples of Yahushua.
Yeah, it says, for many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you, even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Mashiach, whose end is destruction, whose power is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things.
That's it. Who mind what? Earthly things. Okay, they believe, their mindset, their words. It says, place not your treasures on earth. Okay, their treasure is on earth. Okay, that's why they're gonna take the mark of the beast. Okay, that's why they're gonna turn their backs on Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. That's why they're gonna persecute the elect. Okay, the hopeful elect. Okay, you see, that's why they're gonna be destroyed, man. Because again, they mind earthly things. It says if you're crucified with, if you're a follower of Yahweh, seek the things that are above. These people, they don't have the mind to seek the things that are above. They're not willing to sacrifice themselves for Yahweh Bashim Yahshai.
It says, for our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
So again, the word conversation here goes into citizenship. So your citizenship is already in heaven. You're in a sense, that's why Yahushua said, hold fast what you have. Okay, because we have this treasure in earthen vessel. This knowledge, this doctrine is just, in a sense, it's a spiritual passport, man. Okay, that proves, and your passport is what? It proves your identity, and it proves from where you're from. Okay, and if your conversation, your citizenship is from heaven, you're from heaven because again, you're following the ways, you're obeying the law of the land, the law of the heavenly land. Okay, the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and then we look for our Savior. We look to Yahushua to come and deliver us, man. Okay, we're not looking at our riches. We're not looking at our wisdom. We're not looking at how much breakdowns we understand. We're not looking at ourselves or the others for salvation. We're looking to Yahushua. Okay, and again, He's the one that has that power to change our bodies, to give us the salvation that we desire. Okay, that to save us from this flesh, man. Okay.
That's all. Ephesians 2 and 18. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father.
Could you start up a bit? If it's relevant.
Yeah, verse 16. And that he might reconcile both unto the Most High in one body by the cross.
That's speaking of the circumcision and the uncircumcision. The Israelites that were following after the ways of Yahweh, those that have been scattered amongst the nations and brought back through the Spirit. Okay?
Yeah. It says, and came, is having slain the enmity thereby, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High.
Yeah, through Yahushua's sacrifice, because without his sacrifice we wouldn't have been able to have access to that salvation, to immortality, to be accepted of the Lord, man. Okay, because again, we have all fallen short of the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, but because of Yahushua's sacrifice, his blood covers the elect, those that believe in him through faith. As it says, he that believeth on me is passed from death unto life. Okay, so the most important thing that you must have is faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord, man. Okay. So it says, with all that getting, get understanding. Okay, and furthermore, ask for the Lord to increase your faith, man, because that's what's really gonna matter, especially in the times that we're coming into, man. If it says that if your strength is small in those days, it means that you're weak. Okay, if you fall out of this truth because of persecution, that means that you were never really a part of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, because the elect love not their lives even unto death. Okay, they were willing to cross that line, to give up their lives to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You got something else, huh?
No.
Okay, fine. So we'll close it out here for time's sake. But again, it doesn't matter if you're doing good, if you're doing bad. Okay, we all need salvation. Okay, we all need to be delivered. Okay, no one is, in a sense. Yes, there's rank. Yes, there's levels. Okay, but we all need salvation. We have to understand that we're all fighting for that penny.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't lose sight of the goal. Okay, don't get sidetracked by vainglory. It says seek not vainglory, man. Okay, we're looking at Yahweh Shai, waiting for salvation. That's the most important. That's the goal, man. All right, so don't lose sight of
I got something, yeah.
Okay. We'll close out.
Philippians 4, and I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, not that I speak in respect of want, for I've learned in whatever state I am, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which strengtheneth me.
Yeah, so
Right.
again, everything is through Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
Yeah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, we can do anything, man. Okay? But again, it's through Him that we're going to obtain salvation. Okay? We understand that. Whether we're up, whether we're down, we still have to keep the faith. Okay? David said, give me neither poverty, neither riches, so that I can be balanced. So I can have that balance to just have enough so that I don't get high-minded or I don't go around stealing that and take your name for granted. Okay? So you got to have that mindset. Okay, that regardless of what you have, whether you're good, whether you're bad, the most important is to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Okay, Job said what? Shall we receive good and not evil from the Lord? The Lord is a power of balance. Okay, but whatever he brings upon, whatever he brings your way, pray that the Lord gives you strength to overcome and hold fast, man. Okay, he that endured until the end, the same shall be saved. All right.
Okay.
Want to add something? Okay. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.